I'm going to show you guys how I made my delicious cheesy oven-baked spaghetti. We're going to need some chicken bouillon, salt, black pepper, Mexican oregano, Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, some brown sugar, and we're also going to need some onion, garlic, and bell pepper. But I'm just going to add my noodles to my boiling salted water. I'm just going to saute my vegetables, and I'm going to add in my ground beef along with the seasoning and let it fully cook. Next, I'm going to add in my pasta sauce. And I made sure to remove most of the oil from my meat. I'm just going to add the brown sugar, let it simmer for a little bit. I added some pasta to my pan and I added my meat sauce on top along with a cheese blend. And I also used Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to add the noodles on top again and repeat the process, adding the sauce and the cheese. And I'm going to add some parsley on top. I'm going to bake it in the oven with foil. And when it's almost done, I'm going to remove the foil, and this is how it looks. But this is so good. This is how I made my oven-baked cheesy spaghetti. I hope you guys try this recipe. And make sure you guys are following me on everything I did. I'm going to show you guys how I made this delicious poblano pasta. I'm going to start off by adding my angel hair noodles to my boiling water that I salted. And I just followed the instructions on the back of the box to cook the noodles. In a blender, I'm going to add my cream cheese, sour cream, chicken bouillon, salt, pepper, and cilantro. I'm going to add in my poblano peppers and some water to combine everything. And I did forget to add my onions, but it was still good. Once my noodles are done, I'm going to drain them. Once my sauce is blended, I'm going to add it to a pan with a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to gradually add some of my noodles into my delicious poblano sauce. I'm going to mix everything together until the noodles are covered with this delicious sauce. And then I'm going to plate it. And I'm going to top my pasta off with some queso fresco and some cilantro. You guys can also have this pasta with pan-seared chicken breast or shrimp. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on everything. Adios! I'm going to show you guys how I made my easy and delicious stuffed shells. I'm going to start off by boiling my shells. While that's boiling, I'm going to saute my onions and garlic. Next, I'm just going to add in my meat and let it cook. I'm going to add in my seasonings. I'm also going to add in some fresh basil. I'm going to add in some tomato puree, a little bit of water, some sugar to balance out the acidity, and some hatch chiles. Once my meat is done, I'm just going to set it to the side. Next, I'm just going to work on my ricotta filling. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese, some mozzarella cheese, ricotta cheese, Mexican oregano, salt, and Italian seasoning. I'm also going to add in 1 egg and mix that well. I'm going to add a layer of my meat sauce down, and I'm going to fill my shells with my ricotta mixture. I'm going to add some more meat. I'm going to add some cheese and some Italian seasoning on top. And this is how my stuffed shells came out. Hope you guys try this recipe. Follow me on everything. Adios. I'm going to show you guys how I made my delicious flavorful pasta. I'm going to start off by sauteing my water and adding oil for the pasta. I'm going to saute onion and garlic and 1 pound of ground beef. I'm going to add my seasonings and I'm going to mix it. I'm also going to add 1.5 cans of pasta sauce. I'm going to mix that together, and I added 2 teaspoons of brown sugar to balance out the acidity from the second jar of pasta sauce I used. I'm going to boil and drain my pasta. Next, I'm going to add in the meat sauce. I'm going to gradually add that and then mix it, and here I'm adding the rest of the pasta sauce. Next, I'm going to top it off with mozzarella cheese, and then I'm going to sprinkle on some parsley. And this is how I made my delicious pasta. I hope you guys tried this recipe. Follow me on everything. Adios. I'm going to show you guys how I made this delicious Cajun pasta. I'm going to add some butter and oil to my pan, and I'm going to cook my sausages. I just added some seasonings, which were paprika, cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And if you guys want the full recipe, then I'll post a video with all the ingredients. Once I cook my sausages for about 1.5 minutes, I'm going to add the other piece of butter and some more oil. I'm just going to cook my shrimp until it's done. I'm going to add in some heavy cream or half and half. I'm going to add in my chicken bouillon, a small piece of cream cheese. I'm just going to mix that together, and I'm going to go in with some Mexican melting cheese. Once my mixture was nice and smooth, I added in my shrimp and sausage. And next, I'm going to add in my pasta. And I gradually added in my pasta and I mixed it. And at this point, guys, you want to taste to see if it needs any more seasoning. I added a little bit of salt and a little bit of the Cajun seasoning that I mixed. I'm just going to garnish it with cilantro. And this is how my Cajun pasta came out. If you guys try this recipe, follow me. Adios.